Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to tell you the camera and all its feature in iPhone SE second generation. For that, first I may tell you the basic camera features. That go to camera. From camera, as you can see the photo mode, this is basically the normal mode you use. From here you can control the lighting conditions you want or not. From here you can click out the live photo or not, and if you tap it you could see the expected ratio, live photo expected ratio you want is square 16:9, 4:3 or that. Or from here you can turn on the exposure on or off, the lighting condition you would prefer. From here you could set up the timer on your photo. From here you could set up the filters like which you want your photo to be. So this is how it's all. I know you must have all tried it. Now let's move to portrait. Portrait mode is, there are basically some features like natural light, studio light, stage light, counter light, and high key light mono, stage light mono. So this basically works if a person is detected. As you could see, I have detected just a box, so it is no person detected, so it would won't work. You must have tried that. So the next feature is panorama. Panorama basically helps you to capture the long shot. If for example you want to take a family of picture of your whole family, then it would work for you. Or you could take a long object photo that would won't combine in the expected ratio, so you could increase that. So the next is video. As you can see here, the same is lightning option, and you could see the 4K and 60. That I would tell you in settings how to change that. You won't be able to change much in here. Then the slow-mo video comes. Slow-mo help you to capture the slow-mo. Here also I would tell you HD 214 settings. Then the time-lapse. Time-lapse is basically if you want to take the full video of the sunrise and sunset in just small shot, then you could add the time-lapse and this would keep your work. So the next we are going to the settings. From settings, go to camera. From camera, as you could see, so here now I will explain everything in it. So first comes formats is basically two features, that high efficiency and most compatible. High efficiency, this is the much better way, and it would store a file in high efficiency format like HEVC or HEIF. So it is basically compatible if you want to capture a video at 4K at 60 or 108 at 240, then it would require high efficiency. Or if you tap to most compatible, then it would take a photo in JPG file, as you must know that. Then the next option that comes is record video. Record video, as you can see, there are many options coming. So this I would tell you that 720 HD, and this is basically the clarity, or you can say the more smooth and immersive display recording. So this you can see that a minute will be approximately, as you can see. This is how it will make your video length, or you could say the video space that would be taking if you take these of kinds of shots. Now the PAL format. This is the PAL format. This is basically, I would say, no use to you. This is just the television format that would be not much useful to you, that you can skip out. Then the next is record slow-mo. If you tap it, the record slow-mo, this is basically the two features: 1080p at HD at 120 frame per second and 1080p at HD at 240 frame per second. This would be a slow-mo, and this would also be the more smoother, more varied view of your recording. So the next tip we would go to the record stereo sound. This helps to you capture the most immersive sound on your recordings. If you turn it off, you will have the basic sound recordings. And the next feature is preserve settings. Preserve settings is basically if you have to use filter again and again in your photos, and you want that filter to be once you set up and you would use it many times, so you could preserve the camera mode. So this would help if you have set up the previously one day you have set up any mode, and you would now also use preferably use that mode only, so you can turn on camera mode. So whenever you will turn on your photos, then it would take the camera mode back that was presetted in the earlier times. So next is creative controls. Creative controls are basically also the filters, the expected ratio, light, depth, which you have set up earlier and you want it same right now also, and you further use that only. So this would it work. Then exposure adjustment. This is basically also the same and always shows the exposure and adjustment indicator will be shown to you. Then the live photo. Live photo also is basically that I have turned it off because I don't want the live photo to be again and again switch on. So I have turned it off, and I want that turn it off whenever I turn off my photos. Go to my photos. So the next feature is volume up for burst. This is basically, it helps you to, if you capture the tap on the volume up button, then it would capture the burst. Let me show you how it works. So I would go back on my camera app. So now if I am tapping my volume up button, so as if I would tap it, then you could see the burst shots have been captured and many photos had been captured. So from you could see the burst photos, and you could select the best photo you would like from your photos. So this is how it works. So let's get back to our many or more options. Then the scan QR code, this helps you to scan the QR code directly from your cameras. You could also go to control center and turn it on. If you want the video on that, I would surely share to you. Then the next is grid. Grid, if I would turn it on and I would again show you my camera, then it would basically for the, if you want the photo to be straight, then you could measure it, or you want to photo in center aligned, then you could take it the photo. As you could see, now the photo and camera has been center aligned. So this is how it works. So the next feature is mirror front camera. It is basically when you capture a photo and you want the front camera capturing the photo and mirroring it. Like if your right hand is on right side, then the same would be appear in your photo. So this would help you to do that. As if you turn it off and you would capture a photo using front camera, then it would get reversed. Means left would become right and right would become left. So the next feature is prioritize faster shooting. So it is basically that the photos app would intelligently adapt image quality when rapidly pressing the shutter. So it would automatically do the image quality setup. So the next feature is smart HDR. So as you can read here, the smart HDR intelligently blends the best part of the separate exposures in a single video. The front camera will always use auto HDR. So this is basically for the, you could say, exposures in your single photo, then it would automatically adapt for exposures. So this is how it all. So I think I have explained you all the features in your camera app. So if you have any or more trouble, you could write on the comment section. I would definitely try to answer it. So this is how it works. So if you like my video, subscribe to my channel and look out for more videos. Thank you.